Planning for end-of-life arrangements is never an easy conversation. The emotional weight of losing a loved one or planning for the future is often compounded by the confusion of unexpected expenses. Today, we are exploring cemetery costs across the United States in 2025. Our goal is to provide clarity and guidance during what can be an overwhelming process, helping you understand exactly what to expect. Please note, this video is for informational purposes only and not financial or legal advice. Please consult with a professional for personalized guidance. Now, let us look at the numbers. Before exploring individual states, let us first establish the national baseline for cemetery expenses in 2025. On average, across the United States, securing a single traditional burial plot costs around $2,500. Next is the opening and closing fee. This covers the labor for groundskeepers to prepare and fill the site, averaging $1,500 nationwide. Cemeteries also require a concrete grave liner or vault to keep the ground from settling. This protective enclosure adds roughly $1,500. Finally, a standard granite headstone costs about $2,000. Altogether, the average family faces roughly $7,500 in cemetery fees alone, completely separate from funeral home costs. When it comes to traditional burials, location is everything. And if you are looking at the Northeast, prepare for some of the highest cemetery costs in the country. States like New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Massachusetts consistently top the charts for burial expenses in 2025. The steep prices here are driven by a simple economic reality: high demand and severely limited space. Many of these urban cemeteries are historic and landlocked. Because of this, a standard burial plot in this region easily ranges from $2,500 to over $5,000. When you add the opening and closing fees, which demand another $1,500 to $3,000, the financial burden becomes significant. But behind these startling numbers are real families making difficult choices. Navigating the logistics of a Northeast burial means balancing the deep emotional desire to honor a loved one's legacy with the stark reality of premium real estate. Moving to the West Coast of the United States, you might expect cemetery prices to mirror the notoriously high real estate market. While costs are certainly above average, they often remain surprisingly moderate compared to the absolute peaks found in the Northeast. In states like California, Oregon, and Washington, a traditional burial plot typically ranges from $3,000 to $6,500. Land scarcity near major urban centers drives up these figures, but these prices often secure spaces in modern, beautifully landscaped memorial parks. Many feature sweeping ocean views or peaceful cityscapes, giving families a serene environment to remember their loved ones. Traveling down to the south, the atmosphere and the economics shift once again. The landscape changes from modern memorial parks to historic, lush green cemeteries shaded by ancient oak trees draped in Spanish moss. In this region, pricing is widely varied, balancing deep historical roots with rural affordability. Across the southern states, a burial plot typically ranges from $1,500 to $4,500. While rural cemeteries offer highly affordable options, historic urban centers like Savannah or New Orleans command premium prices due to limited availability. Overall, the South provides flexible options for diverse families planning their legacies. When it comes to finding value and peace of mind, the American Midwest stands out as one of the most affordable regions for cemetery costs. In states like Nebraska and Kansas, the vast availability of land keeps burial plot prices significantly lower than the national average. Here, families can often find beautiful, well-kept resting places that do not create a financial burden. Beyond the financial relief, these wide-open spaces offer a profound sense of calm. The accessible and peaceful environments provide a quiet, reflective setting to honor loved ones. Navigating cemetery costs can be overwhelming, but there are proven strategies to keep expenses manageable. First, consider municipal or city-owned cemeteries. They often charge significantly less than privately owned memorial parks for both plots and opening fees. Second, pre-planning is one of the smartest financial moves you can make. By purchasing your plot now, you lock in today's prices and protect yourself from future inflation. Third, don't be afraid to shop around. Always request a general price list from at least 3 different cemeteries to compare their costs side by side. Fourth, inquire about package deals. Many cemeteries offer discounts if you purchase the plot, vault, and marker together, or if you buy multiple family plots at once. Fifth, consider space-saving alternatives. An urn garden or a columbarium niche for cremated remains is typically much more affordable than a traditional full casket burial plot. Finally, if you or your spouse served in the military, you may be eligible for free burial benefits in a Veterans Affairs National Cemetery, which can save thousands. When budgeting for a cemetery plot, the advertised price is rarely the final cost. Hidden in the fine print are fees that can add thousands. The most common is the perpetual care fee. This covers long-term maintenance of those beautifully manicured lawns, often adding up to 15% to your plot's price. Another common expense is the headstone foundation fee, which cemeteries charge to pour the concrete base that prevents markers from sinking. You might also see charges for routine flower placement and removal by groundskeepers. Timing impacts your bill too. Burials scheduled on weekends or major holidays carry hefty overtime surcharges. And finally, don't forget the graveside setup fee. This covers the logistics of bringing in the tent, folding chairs, and the casket lowering device. Always request a fully itemized price list before signing any contract. Before committing to a cemetery plot, asking the right questions can save your family thousands. Start by reviewing the cemetery contract carefully. Are there hidden fees for opening the grave or mandatory vaults? Next, walk through the grounds. Observe the maintenance, accessibility, and overall environment. Is the grass well kept? Are pathways clear for older family members? Always ask about the endowment care fund. This crucial detail ensures the cemetery has the financial backing for perpetual maintenance, protecting your investment. Finally, clarify their transfer policies. If you move out of state or change your mind, you need to know if you can sell or transfer the plot and what fees apply. As we have seen today, cemetery costs can vary wildly depending on where you live, what type of burial you choose, and the specific memorial options you prefer. Navigating these choices can feel overwhelming, especially during a difficult time. But remember that informed planning is your best tool. By understanding these costs ahead of time, you can protect your family from unexpected financial stress and ensure your loved one's final resting place is exactly what you envision. You do not have to figure all of this out on your own. If you need more guidance, detailed cost breakdowns, or help finding the right options in your state, head over to funeralus.com. We have a wealth of free resources designed to support you every step of the way. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more comprehensive guides, and share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. Take care, and we will see you in the next video.